what's up everyone? This is the Vegan Brothers. I'm here with, of course, Kat, one of my brothers.
What's going on?
And I'm the spiritual vegan, Alex, and today we're talking about the top 3 healing crystals. Actually top 4 because we got yours as well.
We got a special one.
Yes.
Right here.
So some personal stories to tell as well as some knowledge on different crystals. So the first one I want to talk about is Selenite. So I brought 2 forms here. We have the Selenite Tower as well as this Selenite strip. And again, we're outside, so you hear some of the background noise, it's all good. So selenite is considered liquid light. So the great thing about selenite, and you can do close-ups on this one, is that it's really beautiful. It has almost like a frosty appearance. And one of the best uses I use for selenite is by putting it by my window. So when the light actually gets reflected through the selenite, it actually takes in positive energy and reflects it around the room.
And you can also find these in smaller forms where you can carry these around, right?
Yeah.
I know me personally, especially carrying my crystals around, each one represents something different, obviously, and creates different energy throughout your chakras, right? So, guys, what I recommend to everybody is find crystals that speak to you. Like, should I tell them the story now or a little bit
go ahead,
later?
tell it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is called Tiger's Eye, right? One day I woke up and I was kind of feeling like, a little bit off, not exactly, at my highest frequency, I would call it, right? And I was walking around and I came across this guy that had all these stones and crystals. Go ahead and take a look at it. And I was walking over to the table and I seen this box full of stones, and this one really stood out to me, and I didn't know what it represented. And I talked to the gentleman and I was like, do you know what this stone is called? And he was like, Tiger's Eye, right? And I said, what's the significance of it? What does it represent, or what kind of energy does it bring? He was like, go ahead and look it up. And it talked about, overcoming fears, helping out with anxiety, essentially kind of giving you more balance within, right? And at that particular time, that's what I needed in my life. Like I was feeling, like I was saying, I was feeling off, like my chemistry balance wasn't at the highest frequency that it normally was. And I don't know why I was feeling that way, but as the universe led me over to this stone, like he made it into a cool little necklace, and it just now, since I wear it every day, I feel more balanced.
Yeah.
I feel more at harmony with everything that's going on around me. And it's cool when you go to different places and you see these different kind of things, because they all represent something that might be a missing link to what you need, to put it in better words.
Exactly, and I think the most important thing is the fact that it's a part of the earth. And a lot of times, like especially in today's day and age, we get disconnected from nature.
Exactly.
And having a piece of nature, having a piece of the earth with us, actually brings us back and rebalances us. And that's why crystals are so important, because they're one of the few parts of the earth that we still maintain in our daily lives if you're able to keep them in your household. And again, we have social media, we have all these electromagnetic waves in the air that actually create harmful energy towards our body, towards our spirituality, towards our
cell
well-being.
phone towers everywhere and all kinds of crazy stuff.
So it's great to have these crystals because they actually help balance out a lot of that negative energy around our surroundings.
Yeah.
Speaking of your necklace, the one smart thing that this man did was he actually wrapped it, as you can see, in copper.
Oh, yeah.
And copper is a natural enhancer for most conductive devices, but also for stones. So whenever you get a necklace, make sure that they try to wrap it, or even if you pay a little extra, make sure they wrap it in copper, because copper is one of the best enhancers for stones. So for example, I'll show you 2 actual healing stones. These are called gold stones that I love, and you can hold this one here. So they come in 2 colors. I have one in copper, Kat has one in dark midnight blue. And as you can see all, if you reflect it, you can see all the beautiful sparkles that are in the stone. What this is actually, it's glass mixed with copper. And glass is a very clean, economically sourced version of a conductive energy, as well as copper. So whenever you put these stones, these gold stones, right by whatever stone you have, it'll actually enhance the energy of the actual healing stone itself. So what the man did for you is actually a very smart thing, because most people, they'll use steel or another type of metal that's cheaper just to make it more inexpensive, but it actually doesn't actually enhance the energy of the stone. So he got really lucky that he had someone that was well trained and well knowledgeable about it. So again, selenite is one of the best stones if you want to create positive energy inside your room. And again, my favorite way of putting it is by my window to reflect that positive energy, that positive light inside the room, so the whole entire household could feel those good vibes. You know what I'm saying?
And the third party, I Am Vegan Monk, that's normally here with us, he does a really cool thing. He doesn't have a stone in like a necklace form, but he has like a little baggie where he carries his stones in his pocket. And then wherever he goes, he has his little cute little baggie. It's like probably like yay big, but he has like 5 different stones in there. I call them infinity stones.
We're not using it for evil.
No, we're using it for good. But his infinity stones that he carries around with him.
Yeah, and there's so many ways you can use stones. So, for example, you can actually, selenite, I like to use it by my window, but there's other ways you can use it. You can actually take some selenite, put it underneath your pillow, and that will help create positive energy and positive dream states while you're sleeping. You could also, again, put it in a bag and use multiple stones for chakra healing. So if you have different colors, each color represents a different chakra within your body. So again, there's so many different uses you can use these stones. You don't just have to use it in one way. Another stone that I want to talk about that's really, really powerful is shungite, and I actually have it in this form. I'll bring it over here. So I have it in a glass jar. Glass is one of the best devices you can keep your stones in because it won't interfere with any negative energy. Like plastic's really negative, it's bad for the environment, but glass is a better conductor. And I actually have the shungite in here. You can see some of the stones are matte and some of the stones have a very shiny, almost liquid metal effect to it. The liquid metal ones are called elite shungite. And shungite is one of those billion-year-old stones that's only found in Russia. And the great thing about this stone particularly in water, because actually some stones, they put them in water, but they're actually not the best for water, because some stones, even though they have a lot of healing properties, can be toxic in water. Yeah, so shungite's one of the few stones that I feel is really good for water because it's been used for thousands of years in Russia as a way to purify water. And the first way that it purifies water is by using the aspects of the same surface layer as carbon. So it has these holes, microscopic holes in the stone itself. So just like you would use charcoal to purify your water, those holes actually attract pollution and any lead and a lot of toxins in the water, and actually will absorb those toxins. It also helps magnify the purity of the water.
So now, did you get regular faucet water and then put it in here, or did you just get like Crystal Geyser and pour it inside of here? Like, did you use any kind of special water when you did this?
I would choose to use clean water. Some people do use tap water because it does purify the tap water. But particularly for me, I like to stay away from that and purify even more. So if you have like a Brita filter, or if you have a filtration system at home, use a filtered water and fill it up, because in that way you have even cleaner water. And the thing about water is that water is really important, not just as a detoxification process for the body, but also as increasing within our vibration, our natural vibrations. So we talked about this earlier in our conversation, that like water has different vibrations depending on where it comes from. For example, when you get water from rivers and streams, the vibration of the water is actually different from the vibration you would get from a tap or from a man-made device, because of the fact that water through streams goes through a natural flow, so it has a higher vibration. For example, there's this Japanese scientist that actually did a study on water. He actually took a microscope and actually viewed the structure of water from a tap and actually from a river, and the structures were totally 2 different structures. So the structure from the river was actually beautiful. It was almost like an intricate, finely shaped crystal. But the water from the tap was all just muddled and distorted, and it looked scary. It looked disturbing.
I seen something, another gentleman did another experiment like that. He took water and gave it nothing but positive energy, kind words and everything like that. And then he took another bottle of water and opposite, giving it bad energy, saying how dirty the water is, how much he dislikes the water. And then he froze it, and the same thing happened. He got it from the exact same source, but it actually crystallized into this, like you said, it was like beautiful looking snowflakes, all the positive energy that he was giving it, and the other one was all distorted and you could see the negative energy inside of it and how the energy settles inside the water. And then you could only imagine if you're putting that inside your body, what your body's absorbing at that point as well. You know what I'm saying?
Because for our bodies, like a lot of times, it's not just the physical energy that we're producing, but it's also vibration that we have within ourselves, our spiritual energy. And a lot of times these stones, they actually help enhance the spiritual energy as well as the high vibrations within ourselves. So with this stone, what it does is actually helps restructure the water itself. So you can double the benefits. You can have the stone restructure the benefits as well as put your hands over it and create good intentions, and that'll help structure it even better.
Do they always come in like this cool little pyramid?
No, so this is so for me,
I thought that was super. I was like, damn, that is so cool.
I like cool things, so I just got the pyramid version, but they normally come in just these kind of rocky forms. But for me, like you can buy the pyramid separately, and you normally put that. You don't just have to put it in water, you can actually put it by your bedside, and that'll help detract EMFs, which is electromagnetic fields, from creating negative energy within your system. But you can also put it in your water. So instead of putting it just by my bed, I was like, let me put it actually in the filter and have it look like a cool art piece as well as a water filter.
Yeah. And then I know a lot of people, you were telling me earlier, like this has an infinite amount of life within it.
Yeah.
But you also want to take it out after so long and put it back into the sun so it can kind of rejuvenate itself before you put it back in the water.
So after 3 months, what you want to do is you want to drain all the water out, and then you want to put the stones in the sun. The sun will actually help repurify the stones so you can use them over and over again.
Yeah, I can't wait to taste it. I'm excited.
Yo, let's have you try it out. I think a leaf fell into this glass over here. But
hey, I'm vegan. That's good. I love leaves.
All right, let's just have the pure taste of the stone. So I'll let you try this out. You can actually taste what it tastes like.
Guys, I'm going to tell you exactly what this tastes like. If I don't like it, I'm going to let you guys know. But if Alex is giving it to me, I know it's going to be delicious.
So with the stone, when you put the water in, what you want to do is when you first get the stones, you want to put the stones in the water, and then you want to drain out all the water just to clean the stones.
Oh, okay.
And then you want to re-put the water all the way to the top.
How long do you want it to soak? Is it just like
you want to let it soak overnight?
Okay.
So at least 4 to 6 hours before you use it, because you really want to have the water restructure itself fully, as well as really take in all those positive energies from the stone.
Okay.
All right, so try this out. As you can see, it's just as clear as regular water.
Doesn't have no crazy smell. If I go missing, guys, it was the funny water.
He's in the backyard.
Oh, that's delicious.
Yeah.
It's funny now, too, like going to the store and like drinking different kinds of waters. Now I can actually taste the difference in certain waters. Like sometimes, what is it? What's that Coca-Cola brand that they make of water?
Dasani or something.
Dasani, yes. Me personally, when I drink Dasani or anything like that, I can tell like the chemicals or the cleaning, however they, what's that, when you use to clean water. You know, the Clorox, not Clorox, but
the fluoride and things like that.
Yeah, I can taste those now. Yeah. But this actually tastes really good.
So this water actually is supposed to be the closest, because of the stones, to natural river water, to natural stream water. Because the stones actually come from the streams, and the minerals from the streams and everything like that gets infused in the stones. Yeah. So drinking Shingai water.
Drinking.
Yes. Yeah. But unfortunately, we can't just like drive to streams all the time, you know, especially with gas prices nowadays. But, you know, this is probably the closest thing you can get. And the stones are kind of expensive, so I would suggest that, you know,
it's an investment.
It's an investment in the long term. So I would look it up. I found these on Amazon, but you can find these at a lot of local crystal shops, things like that. The last stone I want to talk about before we end the episode today is amethyst. Now, the reason I wanted to mention amethyst is because it's one of the most common stones, but it's also one of the most beneficial as well.
Yeah.
So this stone is naturally good for releasing stress. So if you have a stressful life, if you have stressed children, if you have overactive children, I'm sure we all do. I was probably an overactive child when I was growing up.
I know I was.
This is one of the stones that helps kind of rebalance and relax a lot of the hyper negative energy.
Okay.
So it's not going to take away energy from you, but it's going to help you rebalance and restructure repurpose and restructure that energy. So this is one of the most powerful stones for creating that kind of like chill vibe.
Yeah. I was telling him, because these can kind of get a little pricey depending on where you go. When I was a kid, me and my friends found one of these not too far from our house, and we were probably like 10, 11 years old, and it was like at least like as big as a basketball. And I was like, now knowing what we had, it was probably worth a couple $1,000. Yeah, and didn't even know it.
Oh yeah,
and
these things,
got rid of
when
it.
they're huge, and you don't need a huge one. So I'll show you one that's much smaller. You know, the thing about stones, so this is a smaller version of it, and I'll show you the big version as well so you can see the comparison. But you really don't need a huge stone, you know, in your life. You can use smaller stones, particularly for me. Like I'm a crystal enthusiast, so I like collecting them as specimens. But you guys just start off with these small stones, and some of the best ways you can use them is just by keeping them in your pocket, wearing them as a necklace, or using them in meditation. Using them in meditation is probably the most powerful ways to use crystals.
Have them set up where you're doing your meditation in the morning time or in the evening time. That's what I like to do. I keep them right by my bed, right on the windowsill. So my bed is like against the wall and the windowsill is right there, and I have all my stones kind of like right there in the sunlight.
Exactly. And that's, you know, just looking at them, it actually enhances your chakras, because just the colors of the different chakras actually help enhance them as well and heal us. So that's our episode today, you guys, on crystals. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll just take a few quick questions before we leave. So do you have any questions, Will, so far, or any comments?
They said that someone is asking you to post the name of the crystals.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we can definitely do that. I'll post all the
Put it
names
in the
on
link.
the link. Yeah, we'll post them there, and I'll just I'll probably read off some of the comments right now. Is there any other comments?
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so we'll turn the camera around, you guys, and then we have to rotate this way.
You figuring
Is
it
this
out?
right? All
You
right.
got it.
So we're turning around. Hey, you guys. Oops, had it on the light. So let's read some of the comments. Risa Payne is watching. Antonio. Oh, quite a few people. So Leanne, thank you for watching.
Hey, what's up,
Lilo,
Leanne?
thanks for. Thanks for watching. Hey Justin, how are you?
What's up,
Thanks for
Justin?
watching. Hey Elena. Hey David. Hey Joe. Thanks for the hearts. Hey Hack, thanks for watching. We love you too, Joe. Thanks so much.
Nothing but love out here.
Yes, I'll attach all the names of the stones on this chat. Whoa, we look like we're glowing right now.
I know.
I wonder if it's the light or if it's just the stones reflecting on us.
I think it's the stones.
Candace is watching. This is one of my old friends. Alberto Lopez is watching.
What's up, Alberto?
And he has a picture of Abraham Lincoln. Cassie is watching. Risa Payne is watching. Joe says, why are we both so handsome?
I guess it's good genes, huh?
Yeah, must be good genes. And good genes and veganism.
Yeah.
Good health, good vibes, good energy.
Stress, a lack of stress in our life.
Well, I still got some stress in my life, but balancing the
is-
stress. Learning how to balance the stress.
Exactly.
And the love from you guys is a big part of it as well. So your love helps enhance our well-being. And Vicky says hello. So
What's up, Vicky?
thanks so much, you guys. I just want to give a shout out to all of you, us both. And what's the best way to find you, Kat?
Guys, make sure you're following me. If you're on Facebook, you can follow me at Cat Fitness. If you're on Instagram, it's Cat Fitness 3. We're always posting new cool things, you know, not only these stones, but, you know, just lifestyle choices. We're all about balance, healthy life, you know, health as well at the end of the day. So make sure you're following us on both of our pages. We got a lot of good stuff coming up this summer. We're actually got some things in the making that
Yes.
we were just talking about. Even helping some of the homeless out. So we're going to be launching that pretty soon. Asking for your guys' help out there as some of our viewers. So a lot of
Yeah,
good
I
things
just talked
coming.
to Kat about that today. That yesterday, if you watched my previous cooking video, I actually cooked for over 40 sheltered women in a
Man,
domestic
that was
violence
beautiful.
shelter. And it was the first time getting an all vegan dinner. They were telling me that a lot of foods they were eating were foods that were highly processed foods. This is the first time I actually got like healthy, natural foods in their diet. So I want to work with Kat and Monk and just anyone I can that's out there to continue to create more vegan food opportunities for homeless and for sheltered women in domestic violence shelters. So
Everybody should have an opportunity to
everyone
get these
should have
quality
opportunity for good
foods.
health.
Yeah.
So you guys, I'm going to close it out and thank you so much. If you want to support both me and Kat, follow Kat on Instagram as well as his Facebook page, but also follow me on my YouTube channel at Spirit Love 82, as well as Instagram at Spirit Love 82, and also follow me on my personal channel by clicking the follow button right above next to the add friend button, and that will help me increase my viewership to help become an influencer. All right, you guys, thanks so much, and we love you all. Bye,
you later.
everyone.